Good evening and welcome to NewsWatch on this 11th day of May 2022. I'm Tess Njenga and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. Let's kick off. Deputy President William Ruto has met with the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya in a forum convened by the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya EAK at the Nairobi Baptist Church to engage presidential candidates in the forthcoming August 9th general elections. Speaking during the event, Deputy President William Ruto, who is also the Kenya Kwanza Alliance presidential candidate, said the greatest form of inclusivity that we can have as a nation is networking the economy and making sure that it creates opportunities. As Kennedy Kimani now reports, DP Ruto called on Kenyan churches to openly declare who they support ahead of the August elections, saying that the church can no longer afford to be neutral, but place itself at the center of our politics to fashion a conversation towards the Kenya we want.
Deputy President William Ruto has drummed up support for his bottom-up economic model, saying that reworking the economy is the greatest form of inclusivity that we can have as a nation. DP Ruto, who was speaking at the annual general meeting of the Evangelical Alliance of Kenya held at the Nairobi Baptist Church on Wednesday, said it's no longer fashionable to say we are growing the economy by creating jobs, but we should insist on growing the economy that will create jobs.
I believe very strongly that it is possible for us to fashion programs, policies, and projects that would create opportunities for jobs for our young people. Majority of our young people, we have 4 million Kenyans today who are out of school. They have certificates, they have diplomas, they have degrees, but they don't have a job. That is something that is at the heart of what I want to do for this country.
DP Ruto has also called on Kenyan churches to openly declare who they support ahead of the August elections, saying that the church can no longer afford to be neutral, but place itself at the center for politics so as to fashion a conversation towards the Kenya we want. The sentiments come barely a week after the Federation of Evangelical and Indigenous Christian Churches of Kenya endorsed Ruto for presidency.
The church must take sides. I have always taken sides. I take sides on the side of God, always. And I am unapologetic, and I am unashamed. I believe in God, and I cannot go somewhere and then I say, oh, you know, I'm neutral. I'm not neutral. I am not neutral. I believe in God. Others believe in other things. I'm not imposing my belief in God on people, but I profess I believe in God.
The Evangelical Church's umbrella body EAK had convened a 2-day forum which culminated today to engage presidential candidates in the forthcoming August polls. EAK is planning to meet with the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition presidential candidate Raila Odinga at a later date. Kennedy Kimani, Hope TV Newswatch, Nairobi.
Thank you so much, Kennedy, for that report. Still on the presidential race, presidential aspirant Reuben Kigame says he will free all petty offenders within his first 100 days in office upon clinching the presidency in August. Speaking exclusively with Hope Media, Kigame said his government will also prioritize education of children as well as creation of employment. In a move to cushion learners from burdensome loans, Kigame said he will waive all HELB loans and channel the money to better causes. He faulted the government's move to allocate money to collapsing entities, saying the money could be put to better use. Tony Omondi now reports.
Students taking education at universities and colleges will not have to worry about HELB loans by the government if independent presidential aspirant Reuben Kigame clinches the presidency in August 2022. The presidential hopeful, who spoke to Hope TV, said the government has been wasting money in trying to build unsalvageable institutions in the country.
The problem of our youth does not begin with graduation. It begins with the education system itself, because it spits out a lot of youth at class 8 and at form 4. Where do we take all of them? Why do we have children on the streets? These are youth. It's because the system spits them out. So the first thing to do is ensure that every child has an education paid for by the government. And so that 100% transition to free education is going to be my priority. But secondly, create opportunities for young people to be employed by their talents, employed by the skills they get in college, open up devolution so wide so that jobs can be found in Turkana, in Marsabit, in Lamu, in Sirare. You don't have to go to Nairobi to get a job. So empower the counties and then create investment opportunities locally first and then internationally.
Kigame, who is confident of winning with the backing of God, says although the candidates affiliated to the major political parties have received endorsements, only the endorsement of God matters. This even as he welcomed any support of the church. Kigame, owing to his successful music career, says he has supplied the church with good music and the church reciprocating support to him is welcome.
If you would be saying that I desire the church to support me, oh, I would love to, because I'm one of them. I write songs for them. I preach in their churches. I teach in their institutions. Why they would deny me the votes, I would want to know. However, as I said, we can do everything we want, but in the end, a king is put in office by the owner of this universe, and that is God Almighty.
The aspirant, who was part of the Eagles National Alliance, an outfit supporting Christian candidates, said that he opted to go it alone as an independent candidate after realizing that they had negotiations and registration details to fill, adding that he was also approached by non-Christian parties as well.
Nobody goes to run unless they want to win. So I'm running because I believe I will win, and because I believe it's possible, and that God has put everything in place for me to win. However, there is victory at many levels. I know I want the ballot win, but I want two victories at the same time. I want to win over ideology and the way we do politics. And I want to install the best government ever that Africa had.
Kigame says his government will be different from the previous regimes, castigating the Jubilee administration for condoning wanton corruption in the country.
Excellent in terms of infrastructural projects, excellent in terms of roads and railways and all kinds of empowerment. But this current government is also one of the most corrupt. Over 17 scandals on my desk that depict how corrupt we are. And instead of dealing with them, in fact, we're losing 2 billion per day, the president confessed. Instead of dealing with it, we are recycling, saying the same leaders should go back to office. I say that is madness.
And with just 89 days to the general election, Kigame has exuded confidence of winning the presidency in August. This even as IEBC continues to tighten news on independent candidates to meet the minimum threshold. Tony Omondi for Hope TV News Watch.
Asante sana.
Amen. God bless you and all the best.
Bless you too.
Yes.
Much appreciated, Tony. Now, the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya political brigade has yet again toured the coast in efforts to popularize the coalition ahead of the August polls. Led by its presidential candidate Raila Odinga, the coalition plans on making a 4-day visit in the region. Speaking in Hola in Tana River County, Odinga promised the residents a series of deliverables that, if elected, he would implement to lower poverty levels in the county. Grace Wangoi compiled the following report.
Popularization campaigns of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition in the coastal region started on a high note, with Odinga beginning his tour in Tana River County. Early Wednesday morning, Odinga witnessed the endorsement of host Governor Dado Godana by the Tana River elders to run for the second term under Azimio. Speaking to residents in Hola, Odinga promised the residents that his government will ensure the county is not sidelined when it comes to development projects. Odinga noted that the county was plagued with high poverty levels, adding that this too will be a thing of the past if he clinches the seat.
Kupigana na adui watatu wakubwa: ugonjwa, ujinga na umaskini. Hawa ndio maadui wetu. Kwa upande ya umaskini, tumesema tunataka kuona kama kila kijana. Tunaanza kwanza kwa upande ya ujinga. Kila mtoto ambaye amezaliwa kwa taifa letu, hata kama wazazi hawana pesa, atapata fursa sawa ya elimu kuanzia nursery kupitia primary, secondary, tertiary mpaka chuo kikuu.
Speaking on the matter of perennial floods in the county that have for years left thousands displaced, Odinga says the matter will be treated with urgency, with boreholes expected to be set up to tap water for use rather than let it wreak havoc in the county.
Kuna eneo mingi hapa ambayo mvua ikinyesha kule juu inakuja, mnakuwa na mafuriko mingi sana hapa. Tunajenga bwawa hapo, kazile mbio maji inakuja tunavuna. Manake maji inakuja hapa namna hii, inaingia kwa mto, inaenda baharini. Lakini bahari haina haja na maji. Bahari iko na maji ya kutosha.
The series of rallies also saw the Azimio Brigade make stops in Garsen, where Odinga was welcomed by cheering crowds. He maintained that his government will reduce poverty, diseases and ignorance.
Wale wa Kenya wengi wanahangaika sana wakiwa wagonjwa. Shida, ukosefu ya pesa ya kupata matibabu na kadhalika. Sasa tunaleta kitu inaitwa Baba Care. Sema ni Baba Care. Baba Care. Baba Care. Baba Care itahakikisha kwamba kila Mkenya, watoto, vijana, akina mama, wazee wote wako ndani ya bima ya matibabu.
Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho, NARC Kenya Party leader Martha Karua, Murang'a Women Representatives Sabina Sheges, Suna East MP Junet Mohamed, who accompanied Odinga, all pledged their support to him. Odinga is expected to tour Kilifi County before heading to Kwale County on Friday and finally ending on Saturday in Mombasa County. Grace Wangoi for Hope TV Newswatch.
Thank you, Grace. Still on that, Azimio Oka presidential candidate Raila Odinga is tomorrow, Thursday, expected to receive a list of 3 names proposed for the running mate position ahead of the May 16th deadline set by the IEBC. The Azimio Oka running mate selection panel, which is led by Dr. Noah Wekesa, was on Wednesday, that is today, expected to submit the names to Odinga, an exercise that was postponed to tomorrow after Odinga took Azimio Oka presidential campaigns to the coastal region, as Dickens Luvanda reports.
The race to get the presidential running mate of the Azimio One Kenya Alliance coalition has been delayed by a day after presidential aspirant Raila Odinga left Nairobi for campaigns in Tana River County, the coastal region.
I only received this information this morning that is out of town, and our press statement was prepared in view of the fact that we were at the same time going to present the report to our party leader.
The 10-member Azimio Oka running mate selection panel, which is led by former Cabinet Minister Dr. Noah Wekesa, has now pushed the unveiling of its report on the 3 persons shortlisted for the Odinga's running mate position to Thursday, May 12th.
He has assured us that he'll be here tomorrow, so I am requesting you kindly to be here tomorrow. But we're going to be very specific. We're going to call each and one of you to give you the time and the venue of the presentation of our report.
The selection team was expected to submit the top 3 candidates to Azimio presidential candidate and Azimio Oka chairman President Uhuru Kenyatta, who will vet the 3 for a final decision and later unveil one as Odinga's August 9th election running mate before submitting his or her name to the IEBC for clearance before Monday, May 16th deadline.
We finished the job. And we were ready to give the report today.
It was a cordial engagement.
On Monday, the panel interviewed na Kenya Party leader Martha Karua, Murang'a County Woman Rep Sabina Chege, Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho, Governor Lee Kinyanjui Nakuru, and Wycliffe Oparanya, the Governor of Kakamega County. On Tuesday, May 10th, the final day of the interviews, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu, former Gatanga Member of Parliament Peter Kenneth, former Kenyan Ambassador to Australia Stephen Tarus, and Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya were further interviewed for the Azimio Oka running mate position.
Sisi kuja pamoja.
Azimio One Kenya Alliance rivals Kenya Kwanza are also expected to unveil the running mate before Monday, with the Kandara Member of Parliament Alice Waume being the latest entourage to front herself for the position.
I rank one of those who are likely to be picked for running mate by the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. The position of running mate is a position that you get picked by the main candidate for presidency. And I know that we are several of us in Kenya Kwanza, all the way from Tharaka, pitia huko Embu, pitia huko Murang'a, utakuta tuko huko, pitia Nyeri, utakuta tuko huko. Lakini sana niseme sana, I want to say that the running mate for William Samoei Ruto is most likely going to come from Mount Kenya.
Independent presidential aspirants Muthiora Kariara and Jojo Jakoya have already unveiled their running mates. Deacon Sylvanda, Hope TV NEWSWATCH.
Much appreciated, Deacons, for that report. Now, NARC Kenya leader Martha Karua has vowed to continue rallying behind Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition, regardless of whether she will be picked as the movement's running mate. Addressing hundreds of her party supporters in Nyeri, the former Gishugu legislator insists her decision to support Azimio la Umoja One Kenya presidential flag bearer, Raila Odinga, was not out of persuasion, but due to their shared political past that dates back to the late President Daniel Moi's one-party rule. Karua is among candidates who had appeared before the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Select Panel to be considered for the deputy president's slot. The fiery lawmaker has also cautioned residents of Mount Kenya region to avoid falling prey to external influences and fail to unite under one banner, terming the move as tantamount to burning one's house upon receiving an invite to a friend's house.
Angalia historia ya Azimio presidential candidate Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga na historia yangu zinafanana sana. Huyu ni mzalendo, ametetea Wakenya, haki za Wakenya maisha yake yote. Tukipigania second liberation, tulikuwa pamoja. Tulipoingia bunge, tulikuwa pamoja 1992 December, tukiwa na Mkisa Kitui, Right Honorable Raila Odinga na wengine wengi. Tulikaa kwa upinzani miaka 10 pamoja, tukiwa vyama mbalimbali, lakini tukiwa tunashirikiana. Na kisha tukaungana kwa National Rainbow Coalition 2002. Tukapendekeza Mwai Kibaki na akawa president wa Kenya. Wakati alisema Kibaki tosha, ilimfanya kila mpinzani wote, wale wote tulikuwa upande wa upinzani, akubali na tupendekeze Kibaki as the sole opposition candidate, na ndio akashinda. Sasa watu wangu, mimi nawauliza, kwani mnataka mtu wa aina gani? Kama mtu anaonyesha uzalendo, tunauliza ya president, siyo ingine. Kwani mnataka mtu wa aina gani? Kama mtu anaweka maslahi ya Mkenya mbele, si huyo ndiye mtu. Mimi niangalia nikaona pande ni mbili wakati huu, lakini nikaona ile upande inasimama na Mkenya ni upande wa Azimio.
And the Azimio la Umoja Alliance leadership has been cautioned to be wary of its political opponents who are dangling money to cause confusion within the political outfit associated with President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Premier Raila Odinga. Alego Usonga, Member of Parliament Samuel Atandi, said there was need for Azimio leadership and supporters to stay calm and focus on keeping the alliance together as it targets the top prize, that is the presidency of the country.
Raila Odinga needs everybody. We need every community. We need every leader. But if you mean well for Kenya, please don't say that you have not been consulted on Azimio la Umoja. Raila Odinga will form an inclusive government that every tribe, every community, every region will be a beneficiary. Therefore, we want to urge our members within Azimio, please calm down, calm down. Don't be deceived by the criminal William Ruto. William Ruto is a criminal who is using stolen money to bring confusion in Azimio la Umoja. We want to urge our members to be steadfast, because what is going to benefit Kenyans will benefit your community, will benefit your region.
Well, let's now take our first break on Newswatch tonight. We have plenty more after the break.
The CA Kuza Broadcasting Awards 2022 is here again. Time to celebrate excellence in Kenyan broadcasting under the theme Raising the Standard of Excellence in Broadcasting. At no cost, vote for Hope FM and Hope TV as your favorite radio station and TV station. To vote for Hope, SMS the word Kuza to 15601 and answer the 4 simple questions and press send. The text message is absolutely free. Voting ends on 8th May 2022. Hope FM, listen and live. Hope TV, look and live. The CA Kuza Broadcasting Awards is an initiative of the Communications Authority of Kenya.
Join us every Sunday for unlimited, uplifting, powerful worship, only on Extended Worship.
Welcome back. President Uhuru Kenyatta today inaugurated 3 state-of-the-art health facilities at the Kenyatta National Hospital in Nairobi City County, built and equipped at a cost of 1 billion Kenya shillings. The facilities that include the Zarina Merali Surgical Daycare Center, the Center for Kidney Disease and Organ Transplantation, and Histocompatibility and Immunogenetics Laboratory were developed using a mix of government funds and donations from government partners and philanthropists led by Zarina Merali Foundation. Speaking during the event, President Kenyatta noted that the inauguration of the facilities demonstrates the vast improvements in the country's healthcare system achieved during his tenure in office.
We really want to achieve this center of excellence in transplantation of organ transplants, and then do the other specializations. And then the other thing we want to do, Your Excellency, is the training of specialized staff, jointly with the university to make sure that these individuals are available. That's all I'll say. Asante sana. And let me publicly thank Waziri. He lets us work. He's given us a direction and he lets us do the job. a wonderful minister.
The Center for Kidney Disease and Organ Transplantation that we inaugurated today as well will enhance the Interlife program, a program whose objective is to revamp kidney transplantation services in our country. And it is notable that this facility here at Kenyatta National Hospital has to date performed over 200 kidney transplants under this program. Hongera. The Center for Kidney Disease and Organ Transplantation will also serve as a regional center of excellence in the management of kidney diseases for the entire East African region. This facility, which features 2 fully equipped theaters, a 17-bed capacity ward, a resource center, clinics, and seminar rooms, has been established at a cost of approximately 200 million shillings. With this facility in operation, our patients are no longer at risk of infections that could otherwise have interfered with preferred clinical outcomes.
We apologize for that mix-up of names on President Uhuru Kenyatta's name. Moving on, Devolution and Empowerment Party, DEP, popularly known as BAS, has trashed rumors that it is on the verge of breaking ties with Azimio coalition to join Kenya Kwanza. National Chairman Lenny Kivuti said it was absurd for someone to think that the Meru Governor Kiraitu Murungi-led party was going to decamp to another coalition. Majority of the defectors were supporters of Manyata Member of Parliament John Mushiri, who lost during the nominations, claiming that the process was marred with massive cases of irregularities. The BAS party has been reaping from the wave of defections sweeping across the county following the protested nominations. He exuded confidence that the party will win many seats in the county in the August 9th polls, even as he promised to transform the financial fortunes of the county once elected as governor.
I'm the chairman, national chairman of the BAS. How can you talk about me going anywhere? Never. Yeah. Never ever. We are in BAS to stay, and we are in government to stay. We know. Tunajua kule tunaenda na tuko kwa serikali kukaa. We are very well seated. We have so far been receiving groups of people from UDA into the BAS, and I want to promise them they will find sanity, rule of law, and happiness in the BAS, because we have no doubt BAS is winning the seat in Embu County.
Away from politics, truck owners in Mombasa County now want the Kenya Bureau of Standards to revoke a ban prohibiting the transporters from importing second-hand short-distance transport cargo with an age limit of 3 years. The transporters under the umbrella body Fast Action Movement say the directive is a malicious attempt to cripple their businesses, as most owners cannot afford to import the desired trucks. Led by former Kenya Transporters Association Chief Executive Officer Dennis Ombok and Fast Action Business Community Chairman Salim Karama, the logistical firms in Mombasa are up in arms over a directive issued by the Kenya Bureau of Standards banning truck owners from importing trucks between 3.5 tons and 30 tons with an age limit of more than 3 years.
Right now, the CAB standards request that you can only import trucks or vehicles not less than 8 years. But with this one now lowering 8 years to 3 years, and then after 3 years, when it comes to 30th of June next year, then it means no more importation of used motor vehicles. So this means that to the transporters who have got a fleet of 2 trucks, 1 truck, who cannot manage to buy a brand new truck, then it means that you will have to close business.
So we are here to talk against this law which requires importation of new trucks.
Hii ni moja ya sisi kulazimishwa kutoka katika European market kupelekwa China. Truck ya China ni 6.5 milioni mpya kuingia hapa, na hii ni kama mfano wa wakati mmoja tulilazimishwa kuweka speed governor, ili hali tayari macontainer speed governor ni ya mabwenyenye yako ndani ya port. Twasema ya kwamba European trucks ni 4.5, mtu wa kawaida kama mimi ambaye nafanya biashara ya lori moja mbili naweza ku-afford. Lakini serikali ikitulazimisha ya kwamba ni lazima gari mpya, hii ina maana sasa niende katika 15 million kutoa gari la European. Sababu sisi kama transporter sana sana tunazingatia European truck kuliko Chinese. Kwa hivyo tunaomba wabunge na wale viongozi wa kitaifa ambao wanatuahidi na kusema ya kwamba watainua uchumi, wasingoje wakati wakisha chaguliwa. Tunawaambia hii ni mjadala utapelekwa bungeni. Wale ambao walikuwa wakiamrishwa siku za nyuma watuoneshe mifano kwamba wanatujali na watainua uchumi kwa kupitia kupeleka masuala haya katika bunge.
ODM gubernatorial aspirant Fernandez Barasa has promised to upgrade and equip Musanda Health Center to a level 4 hospital as per his manifesto on health. During a rally at Musanda Ward, Burichinya in Mumias West Sub-County, Barasa also promised to reintroduce ward fund for MCAs.
Tukifanya kwa level 4 kuzorera ambulance ya no, tunaenda kuleta maternity wing hapa, tunaenda kuleta madaktari na pia tulete madawa hapa. Sema inawezekana. Musanda hoi! Wamama kwa! Jambo la pili, mimi nitatilia mkazo sana mambo ya ward fund, kwa sababu najua maendeleo hapa Musanda.
Let us now cross borders in Somalia. A record 39 candidates have registered for the presidential race taking place this Sunday, May 15th. More than 300 members of parliament will be in charge of deciding who will be the next leader of the easternmost African nation. Current President Mohamed Abdullahi, also known as Farmajo, is running again after an attempt of exceeding his 4-year first term in 2021. Former Foreign Minister Fozia Yusuf Adam is the only female candidate. This election will put an end to over a year of political crisis because of a power struggle between Farmajo and his Prime Minister Mohamed Hussein Roble, in charge of organizing the vote. Now, Ivorian former Minister of Water and Forests, Alain Richard Donwahi, has been elected president of the COP15 against desertification, the 15th conference of the parties COP of the United Nations Conventions to combat desertification addresses issues of land degradation, advancing deserts or deforestation. Donwahi was elected on Wednesday by acclamation of the delegates of the COP15 countries, but did not have an opponent. Donwahi, 59, was until April 20th the Minister of Water and Forests of Cote d'Ivoire since 2017. The summit is being held in the context of a climate emergency that is severely impacting land management policies at a time when economies are weakened by the impacts of COVID-19. And Al Jazeera has condemned the killing of one of their own veteran journalist, Charlene Abu Akleh, who was shot dead as she covered an Israeli army raid on the West Bank's Jenin refugee camp. Charlene, an American citizen, was wearing a standard issue protective press vest when she was shot in the back of the head while reporting in the town of Jenin. Her producer was also shot during the incident but survived. While Israeli officials say Ashaline's fatal injuries were possibly caused by Palestinian armed gunfire. The Palestinian Ministry of Health and other journalists wounded during the raid said these shots were fired by Israeli forces.
Hope TV is now available on GoTV Channel 103, Zuku Channel 873, Signet Channel 817 and StarTimes Channel 026. Enjoy our uplifting content and family-friendly programming anytime. Hope TV, you look and live.
Welcome back. President Uhuru Kenyatta has officially opened Mass Intimates Kenya, a Sri Lankan apparel and textile manufacturer that has employed over 3,000 Kenyans. Speaking at Athi River in Machakos County during the launch of the factory operating under the Export Processing Zones EPZ program, President Kenyatta said the huge investment is a testament of the decade-long groundwork laid under the manufacturing pillar of the Big Four agenda. The president pointed out that the expanding infrastructure, world-class human capital and economic policies have significantly improved Kenya's business index within the community of nations, making the country the most vibrant investment destination in Africa. He said the entry of the Sri Lankan apparel and textile manufacturer into Kenya has added to Mass Intimates' global footprint that presently spans across 17 countries in South Asia, North America, South America, and Europe.
We have more than 122 billion shillings worth of investment in our EPZs. Our exports last year stood at more than 91 billion shillings. And the employment in these zones is about 65,000 people. So we are excited about the promise, and I'm sure in 2 years' time we'll have added that 10,000 that was promised. It isn't just textiles that are present in this EPZ, Your Excellency. We also have pharmaceutical companies. We also have agro-processing. One of our pharmaceutical companies, you have recognized, Revital, which is based in Kilifi. So we want to applaud you for your emphasis on manufacturing, and we are excited that you found time today to join us.
The government is committed to continue to enhance the growth of this sector by fostering high-value manufacturing, promoting the adoption of advanced manufacturing technologies, and equipping our people with skill sets required by an ever-evolving workplace. We aim to continue to expand incentives that will attract leading companies to our shores, and I do believe that our partnership with MAS Intimates is a good indicator that as a country we are on the right path. We will also continue to partner with similar industries to create new job opportunities for thousands of new skilled jobs for our people. The factory that we are commissioning today is this 130,000 square foot factory, which is the first phase of the investment by MAS. And indeed, you have confirmed to us that an additional 140,000 square feet is planned for expansion, and this will happen over the period of the next 2 years.
Still in business, tourism and wildlife, CS Najib Balala has officially launched the global hotel brand Radisson Blu, reopening today after a COVID strike in 2020. Low bookings due to the COVID-19 pandemic pushed the establishment to halt operations and send most of its staff home in December 2020. It becomes the second five-star hotel to reopen after the Norfolk and amidst a decline in the country's daily coronavirus cases.
We have been looking forward to opening the hotel since it closed 2 years ago. And I think that it's been a challenge in the last 6 weeks to open this place. But we are really proud, my team and I, of everything we've achieved with the support of our regional office. And I can say that the hotel is now running well. I think that the food that Wayne is going to prepare for us this evening is just an example of what we're going to be doing here. And I feel that we are going to be special. I think the hotel is going to stand above everyone else.
Radisson Blu is not a new hotel, but it's refreshed today. We are happy we are back at Radisson Blu. And also because of the challenges we have gone through the last 2 years. The last 2 years was tough for this industry. But the beauty about this industry is resilient. It's come back, it's bounced back. And not only Radisson Blu, but other hotels in Nairobi have come back. So I want to say congratulations to Radisson Blu. This is a beautiful property, both in terms of product and in terms of service. So I want to say congratulations to you. I want to encourage Kenyans and thank them that they have managed to travel across the country throughout the pandemic. We are looking forward for 2022 in terms of revenues from tourism to surpass the 2019 revenues from tourism.
Now in sports, the seventh leg of the Safaricom Golf Tour is set to take place this Friday and Saturday at the Lush Current Country Club Par 72 course. The event follows the sixth leg of the tour that was held at the Eldoret Golf Club in Uasin Gishu County 2 weeks ago. The tournament has attracted over 200 golfers from Nairobi and its environs who will be taking part in the 18-hole corporate tournament scheduled for Friday. Saturday's junior competition has attracted over 80 golfers and will run alongside the Junior Golf Clinic at the same facility. And Liverpool recovered from conceding in the third minute to beat Aston Villa 2-1 and move level on points with Manchester City in the Premier League title race on Tuesday. Jurgen Klopp's side suffered a shock after only 3 minutes when Douglas Luiz bundled home after Liverpool keeper Alisson failed to hold his header. The visitors were quick to respond through unlikely scorer Matip. The Liverpool comeback was complete in the 65th minute as Luis Diaz's cross was headed in by Sadio Mane for his 15th Premier League goal of the season. Despite the win, Klopp's side remained behind Man City due to their inferior goal difference. Well, that's all we had for you on NewsWatch tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tess Njenga, and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. Have a good night and be blessed.